We're traveling to South Florida, bring the rain gear. Wow. Multiple communities across Florida, including the Miami and Fort Lauderdale areas, are flooded out, as you see right there, this after bouts of torrential rain. Governor Ron DeSantis has declared an emergency, and there are stranded drivers in high water across the region. Wow. It is 11:17 now. Jessica's back with us. You've been keeping an eye on this tonight.
They've had some incredible video coming out. I saw one earlier of a flooded parking garage where the lower level was completely flooded and the water was already starting to come up to the second level.
Yeah.
So just some incredible flooding, and oftentimes more rain than they see even with a tropical storm or a hurricane. You were asking me if it was a tropical storm or hurricane. Not quite. No, it was just a ton of rain and just some very impressive.
Well, you were saying Miami got what tonight?
Oh, here, let's take a look right now. Yeah, Miami is kind of one of those hot spots for the rainfall. This is just the last 12 hours of radar estimated rainfall. So you can see all of the colors there in that hot spot kind of out towards Miami and then across the central part of southern Florida where we go from the pinks, purples to the gray and white, getting very close to the top edge of even the scale we have on there. Some of those areas that are gray and white, a foot or more of rain. So that's the case out towards areas like Dade County out by Miami, a foot of rain in about 12 hours. So that's a lot for the folks down there to deal with, even by Florida standards. Now the good news is a lot of that heavier rain has been moving out over the last few hours. They need to dry out and they're going to work on doing that a little bit. That heavier rain is kind of pushed offshore, still coming down around the Keys, but much of mainland Florida at least seeing some drier conditions into the overnight, and that is a welcome sight for a lot of the folks there. Closer to our neck of the woods, we're not talking about torrential rain and certainly nothing like multiple inches of rain. We have been looking off to the northwest. We've had some showers that have been dissipating, a few more out towards Wisconsin. Not really going to be a concern for us right now, just going to mean some clouds that will be tapering through. We are dry and quiet as we head into the overnight hours into tomorrow. We're going to get a boost in terms of our heat and eventually by later in the day, the humidity as well. It's going to feel a lot like summer and just be a little teaser for what's heading our way next week. We just have minor chances for showers or rumbles of thunder, especially late tomorrow into early Friday. And then we are heading towards some of the hottest days that we have had so far this year. We've hit 90 once this year. That was back in May. So we're going to get well into the 90s as we get into much of next week. For tomorrow, we're going to get close, upper 80s for most locations, and then we're back closer to average for Friday and Saturday. We'll call it a little bit of free air conditioning, especially with some overnight lows in the 50s. And then you're going to need to crank the AC for next week. 88 on Sunday. Mid-90s is where we head on Monday. We're going to have an area of high pressure set up off to our southeast, and with that, it's going to put a lot of that hot air really centered over the eastern part of the country. That's going to keep us hot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's really not going to budge. We're just going to stay tapped into that heat, and it could potentially extend even beyond that 7-day forecast into the rest of next week. So a lot of heat to come. Be sure to prepare now and get ready for that. Out there right now, not too bad. 73 degrees. It is going to be a milder night for us overall, so not as cool as the last couple of nights. Some clouds at times. Temperatures drop back into the 60s, so that's where we start things off tomorrow morning. Through the day tomorrow, still going to be a pretty nice day for us. Just a little more heat and a touch more humidity, especially by the second half of the day. Some upper 80s for us tomorrow. Now, as I look at that National Design Right hour-by-hour forecast, we are going to see just about a 10 to 20% chance for a stray shower, rumble of thunder to pop up. I think most of us stay dry through the day tomorrow. We're going to watch Friday morning for a cold front to move through. That could bring us a chance for a shower or a brief rumble of thunder, and then that's going to usher in some more comfortable air and some lower dew points as we get into Friday and the weekend. We're going to take a look at that extended forecast brought to you by Medina Country Club. We are going to look at low humidity through the weekend. 70s on Saturday. Heat is going to kick in Sunday and into much of next week. Those temperatures get into the 90s on Monday and potentially stay in the 90s for the rest of the week.